I'm Gorilla Monsoon.
And I'm thankful that I'm not.
Oh, you just can't help yourself, can you, huh?
I don't help anyone.
Huh.
Unless they've got the cash.
Yeah, I'm going to help you out the door if you don't stop.
If you can fit
anyway,
through
folks,
it.
I'm going to knock you out.
Excuse me, but, is anyone going to introduce me, bro?
All right. And this is Vince Russo.
I thought it was the mailman.
Huh. Why don't you be serious?
Smells like one.
Oh, what the frig, bro?
All right, enough. Folks, coming up in just a short is a podcast hosted by two guys you've never heard of and probably never will.
Monsoon knows a guy who knows a guy, if you know what I'm saying.
I get it.
Oh, will you stop? Folks, Chris and George or something, they do the Hot Tag podcast, and here it is.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Christy Francesco. That is a well-fed, ready to go George Rogers. George, what's going on, man? How are you?
I'm living the life.
Yeah, I mean, we're all going to be dead in another 48 hours anyway because of another fucking storm that's apparently coming this way. And look, I don't know.
It's we're not supposed to have like freezing temperatures, so I don't know how much of this we're gonna get.
Exactly.
Because I've been looking at it, and I don't really look on like the Weather Channel. I mean, first off, if it's not playing any of the music from the 90s, then what is even my purpose of watching the Weather Channel to begin with? But everything I've been on the weather app on my phone, it's not going to be freezing temperature, so I'm not sure how much accumulation we're supposed to have or what it's going to get. But either way, fuck winter, fuck snow, fuck everything.
Is there a reason, like? Look, here's where I'll give credit where credit's due, and that is the last storm we had, the meteorologists nailed it. I mean, they did a phenomenal job predicting what it was, and then what we got was basically, what they said was going to be. This storm, I keep looking at all these different weather websites in terms of looking at what the temperature is going to be where I live, which is basically, a hop, skip, and a jump from George. So, we're looking
too
at
close.
We're looking at the same weather things as everyone else, and I'm seeing Sunday and Monday like 40 degrees and some rain. I don't know where 12 inches of snow is coming into this.
Yeah, the only time I see that it's even going to be below a freezing temperature is just overnight. But even then, it said the low is 29.
Right, and that doesn't create enough for it to stick.
Yeah, considering how it's going to be warm all day, warming the ground, and I mean, yeah, it's supposed to have like a wintry mix or whatever, but the ground is wet. There's nothing for the snow to stick to.
Exactly. But
I mean, if anything, it's just gonna create more fucking ice patches around for us to drive over and hopefully not destroy our cars.
Yeah. I mean,
no worse than what the salt is already doing to our cars, but that's the thing.
I'm just pissed that this any kind of precipitation that's not rain is coming down the pike because I woke up this morning, I come downstairs, I'm going to take the dog out, and I can actually see my entire backyard, and I thought to myself, this is beautiful. And then we're going to get something on Sunday. It just pisses me off because I'm thinking spring training started for baseball. We might have some good weather. I mean, the good thing is, for me anyway, in like 8 days.
They don't train up here, though. They're down in Florida.
That's correct. The good thing is, in 9 days, I will be down in Florida for vacation, and it's in the high 70s to 80 degrees. So that I'm excited for. But nonetheless, I don't think we're going to get anything significant.
I hope it snows when you're down there.
Boy, aren't you a real son of a bitch? All right, so we are not here to talk about a possible winter storm. We are here to talk about, the Attitude Era. Smack dab in the middle of the Attitude Era. Not the middle. I'm sorry, that was a bad way. I think this is at the peak of the Attitude Era, George. Backlash 2000 is our topic tonight. George, give me your thoughts and your outlook of the WWF in that landscape in the year 2000.
Sucked. Awful. I'm surprised they were still in
I
business.
can't even believe they're still around.
Yeah. No, it was the year 2000. And you and I have said this multiple times. The year 2000 was such a banger year from January to December in terms of pay-per-views and like appointment television and catching Raw and SmackDown. And yeah, like WCW was still on, but not like you'd fucking notice because everybody was watching Raw and SmackDown at that time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, so really, have you had a chance at all? And this is funny. I mean, you really can't do it now, but at the time, have you had a chance to go back, or did you at all in the last 4 or 5 months? Did you ever go back and watch some things from WCW 2000 or no?
Not willingly. I mean, like I'll see something that might come up on YouTube, and I'm like, oh, let me click on this. But the thing is, for WCW in 2000, it was so bad across the board that it really wasn't even worth paying attention to. Even when they every time they tried to do something, it would just fail.
Yeah,
like the whole like New Blood and Millionaires Club thing, and then we're gonna reset and we're gonna vacate all the titles. Well, why the fuck would you do something stupid like that?
Right.
Like the titles are supposed to have prestige. If you're gonna vacate all of them because you're rebooting everything, where's the prestige?
Agreed.
Like,
I
don't
agree.
talk about how the WCW World Heavyweight title is the crown jewel of the business and it's changing hands, more times than people are changing their fucking socks.
Like the Intercontinental title of the Attitude Era.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't mind that because it's the Intercontinental title.
No, you're right. It's not the big gold.
But they also had but there was also a strong mid card. Those Intercontinental title matches were getting people, people were tuning in just to see those half the time.
Right.
But in WCW, it was just like I couldn't even tell you who held the U.S. title at any point in 2000. I could just name names and maybe I'm right. Like Jeff Jarrett, probably.
Evan Courageous.
No, stop talking now.
I'm sorry.
Shut up. Mute yourself for 5 minutes.
Oh man.
Dingleberry.
Oh, don't threaten me with a good time.
But there wasn't anything positive that was memorable. That was memorable about WCW in 2000.
Yeah, I agree. I can't recall really anything at all.
Bash to the Beach 2000 is remembered for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
David Arquette wins the WCW title in 2000, which
we all 2000. You're right.
Like we laugh at and we scoff at, and and even now we look at it's like, it's kind of like it's kind of silly, but also looking at David Arquette in that at that time, any money that he made from wrestling, he donated to like the families of Brian Pillman and Owen Hart.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So it's like, can I really be mad at that? Because he wasn't getting like a personal payday from it. I mean, he was getting money, but he was then donating that money out because he knew he was just there, And
let's be fair. He didn't walk in the doors of WCW and say, "Hey, give me the world title." I think you're right. I think the dude was just happy to be there.
Yeah, he was just, living out a dream. I mean, he's a lifelong wrestling fan. For him living out a dream, plus his promotion for Ready to Rumble.
Of course.
So
and Vince Russo.
So that helps. But Vince Russo winning the title, what stupid fucking reason was that? And don't give me the whole, Vince held the title in 99. Yeah. Good. And then he vacated literally the next fucking night.
Well, if you ask Vince Russo, I'm sure he'll tell you, I was over.
But even with Russo winning it, it was the stupidest thing ever because he got speared through a cage and then he happened to be out the door before Booker T was.
Right.
When Vince won it, I'm not saying there was a bill for it, but Triple H fall 99, Triple H was an absolute menace.
Yeah, he was amazing.
DX was running roughshod over the company, and because you had the New Age Outlaws were going after The Rock and Stone Cold for some fucking reason. X-Pac was feuding hard with Kane, and Triple H was just being an absolute menace as the world champion, or as the WWF champion. And then, he just ends up having a match with Vince. Austin interferes and costs Triple H the title, and then Vince wins it. It wasn't done like Vince didn't put the title on himself to get himself over. It made sense storyline wise.
Right.
So whatever, it is what it is. But WCW was just so ice cold in 2000. They were doing anything they could to get people to try to tune in.
Now, I don't want to get too far off course, but talking about WCW just makes me hearken back to our conversation on the phone last eve. And this is where maybe, I guess it's look, when it has to do with discourse online with pro wrestling fans, maybe this is me sounding like a shill when I say it, but it's not, because guess what? I think WWE sucks too. So let me just preface before going into AEW BS that I think WWE is just as bad. Yeah. But WWE does not come out and say, well, our show has already surpassed Monday Nitro, blah, blah, blah. It's already surpassed, whatever NWA was doing or whatever Turner Broadcasting was doing in the 80s. Notwithstanding my problem that I've been having lately, and I saw it on X the other day, and it kind of just grinded my gears a little bit, and it's one of the many reasons that AEW fails. And it's the fact that they had a big show, AEW Grand Slam. And yes, I understand that Collision normally gets around 412 viewers a week, but AEW Grand Slam is on Valentine's Day, and it comes out, and this card was stacked for AEW. They had 561,000 viewers, which is about the same number that Dynamite gets on prime time on Wednesday night. And you have an AEW shill that's got like 10,000 followers, so he's an influencer when it comes to AEW on X, because he pushes a narrative. And he puts, well, this is incredibly impressive and a massive number because it was Valentine's Day. And then good old FDM of the Wrestling Observer comes out and goes, oh yeah, with it being Valentine's Day, this is such an impressive number. And I'm thinking, and I called George and I said, George, I got to ask you a question, George, and I need you to answer this for me. And that be, if there was any show on NBC, ABC, Fox, that got 560,000 viewers on prime time, I'm not certain that show would be airing the following week. What says you?
I mean, you're probably right, because even SNL brings down decent amount of fucking viewers every week. Hence why it's been on TV for 50 years, and that's on at 11:30. So you can't even use that as that's not even really a good benchmark. But basketball on TNT, on or when it was on TNT, was getting great numbers for Saturday nights. I mean, basketball always gets great numbers, especially if it's a primetime show. You they're going to throw teams out with a strong fan base. Your Golden State, your Lakers, your Celtics, your Timberwolves, like people who want to tune in to watch these teams. I mean, granted, Timberwolves on, but Timberwolves have good players that people want to watch. They want to watch explosive players. I can watch any basketball game all day, every day. It doesn't matter, because there's somebody who's going to do something that's that you're going to want to watch. But and I even told, and then I told you, I was like, if there's any program that would not lose any fan base on Valentine's Day, it's going to be a wrestling program.
For sure.
Especially AW. I don't want to hear it's like, oh, well, I didn't watch. I had a Valentine's dinner with my girlfriend. First of all, liar, liar, pants on fire, AEW fan.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
Because no, you fucking don't. At all. I mean, let's face it. Across the board, the fan base is predominantly unemployed. like single unemployed guys. Like,
Yeah.
that's just, I mean, shit. I'm single. I mean, I'm not unemployed, but I'm single and I watch wrestling, so I'm right in with the fan base. But I'm also not going to buy into the fact that, oh, well, it was a holiday, so that's what affected the numbers. Yeah, Valentine's Day isn't going to affect AEW numbers.
No.
Sorry. So shut the fuck up.
Never. It never will.
Now, what may have hurt their numbers is the fact that this, when it aired here, it had already happened in Australia. So, spoilers. It's the same thing that happened. It's the same thing that happens here when Raw and SmackDown are in another country. I mean, granted, on like Netflix, they'll just air it live as is, but like USA can't do that with SmackDown. They got to air it at that time. So by the time it goes to air and SmackDown has been in, England or Germany or anywhere else, shit's already happened. Spoilers are out there. People can read it. If it's something they don't want to watch, they're not going to tune in to want to watch it.
Right.
So that does play into it a little bit, but not enough to really like affect the number.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't no St. Valentine's Day massacre.
No. Well, hey, what is?
Right.
But, and that's the whole thing. It's the tribalistic behavior really kind of needs to stop across the board company wise, because none of the companies are doing good. The only one that's showing any sort of uptick is TNA, and it's a slow uptick.
Yeah.
But I was also interested in what TNA had this week, so I watched some of it. I mean, I didn't end up watching the whole show. Like I said, when you called me, I wasn't, but I flipped back over for the main event because I wanted to see the main event.
Yeah.
Which is what people do. If you know what the main event is and you want to sit through the rest of the show, you just give a roundabout time the main event will start, and then you just go back to the program.
I mean, realistically, that was the WWE from like 2012 to 2021. Like, you just wanted to see what the main event was. You could skip the other 2 hours.
And it was a damn good main event. It was Elijah, formerly known as Elias in WWE, against Mustafa Ali in a guitar case casket match, which it was just a casket that was shaped like a guitar case. It was actually pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. It actually looked pretty cool. And the spots in the match were pretty good. I forgot that Mustafa Ali has a faction in TNA. So, obviously they try to interfere. And like Elijah hit this guitar shot on Mustafa Ali where he basically just hit him in the face with the guitar.
Oh my God.
And it looked, I mean, like on the replay, it's all right, like he got his hands up. But on that initial, when the camera catches it live, it looked bad. Like not like, ooh, I think someone got hurt, but it was just like, holy shit, like a spot like this in 2026. But then another angle, it's like, oh, he got his arms up to, like shield his face on it. But it was the way it was shot and the way it was angled looked fantastic. So the presentation is improving a bit. So I'll give them that. Whereas this fucking piece of shit company right now that's on my TV, muted, because they're not saying anything I want to fucking care about. I'm probably just going to turn the TV off, honestly, because I don't care. They're just complacent. They have no drive or motivation to try to bring people in. They're just banking on name brand alone to carry them.
And what sucks is, and we talked about this going on 7 years ago now, that if AEW really wants to be taken serious, this is the time to do it. This WWE, like, no people that aren't kids, like, are honestly completely tuning out of the WWE product. WrestleMania is again this year not going to sell out. People are more pissed off and more disenchanted than ever. Again, George, this is where AEW needs to strike, and I think they just don't care.
You're right. Because both companies gauge themselves wrong in terms of what they look at for their core audience.
Right.
WWE looks at it, it's like, oh, well, we're selling out shows, so we're doing fine. It's like, eventually that's going to die off when people can't afford to go to your shows.
Right.
AEW, on the other hand, they look at what Dave Meltzer's saying. Oh, Meltzer says we're doing great. We're winning all these awards. No reason to change because we're doing great. But then if you say anything critical about them, you get attacked by the fan base and in some instances, the wrestlers themselves.
Yeah.
Dax Harwood, Ricochet. Like it's
Ricochet. I've
like,
never seen a more sensitive wrestler in my life.
Just the thinnest of fucking skin on this man, and it's mind blowing. It's like, dude, you don't even deserve Samantha Irwin at this point because at this point you're the one who has the badge in the group because with just the way you cry and piss and bitch and moan so much. But even then, you know what? No, because that's insulting to women. Because not all women do that. He's a eunuch. There's nothing there. Flat like a Ken doll. He's just a bitch. But like, and you know, I followed JD from New York on Twitter, and once he started getting critical of AEW, they started going at him. They're like, "Oh, you just care about the Fed. You care about the Fed." It's like, listen to what he's saying. He criticizes both companies. Jim Cornette does the same thing. But when you go after AEW, they assume that you're just on the payroll and all you care about is the Fed. It's like, no, JD likes AEW and he wants it to get back to where it was when it started. And he's frustrated like any rightful fan should be. You and I are openly critical of the product right now.
I agree.
Not AEW because we don't watch it, but of WWE. We are openly critical of this shit because it's not as good as it could be. And
right.
They just don't see it because they're like, oh, well, we're selling tickets. We're selling out tickets. We're selling out arenas. You know, what we're doing is working. It's like, but you're really not. And then the AEW idiots, they take too much stock in what Dave Meltzer has to say.
Yeah.
Like everything Meltzer is doing for AEW is the closest his bitch has ever been to working for a fucking company. So he's going to just keep sucking and blowing them for as long as he can because he still has this childhood fantasy of working for a wrestling company and creative. But he doesn't actually. He's just in Tony's ear, and Tony listens to everything he says. So in Dave's warped mind, he thinks he's in the writer's room with them. That's why every award that he gives out, it's like, oh, it's not that it matters. It's only it's his readers that vote on it, and all of his readers are AEW fans. So like his awards are skewed polls. It's like because actual like I can tell right now, like everybody who's in the audience right now on SmackDown, I like maybe 10% of them have a subscription to the Observer, and that's a maybe. But like, don't sit here and tell me who's the best wrestler of the year. It's like first off, I have eyes.
Yeah,
I can see who's putting on good matches. I can see who's showing up every week. Oh, you're going to tell me Dynamite was the best show? It's like, first of all, if it was the best show, the ratings would be a hell of a lot higher.
Right.
And it's not like TNT or TBS or these hidden networks that you can't find, like how Access TV was for TNA. These are major cable networks that have followings. So people can find them. It's just
the only thing I mean, from what I am seeing from SmackDown, it looks like we're already getting the insertion of Jacob Fatu into the Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes thing. Well, you know,
I don't even need Cody Rhodes part of that. Just give me McIntyre and Drew and Fatu.
You need to stop. You know who it's.
I don't need Raheem.
And there is no WrestleMania without Cody Rhodes involved.
Pardon me with your MJF hair. I guess I was wrong.
Yeah, you can't have a show if there's no Cody Rhodes.
My mistake. Maybe that's why NXT's been lacking lately. They don't have any Cody Rhodes.
That's right. They don't.
But I don't need Cody Rhodes in every title match. It's like, dude, like this is what annoyed me about Seth for so long. It's because Seth was always sniffing around the title picture. It's like, dude, can we get somebody else in there, please? Like, I don't need Cody. I mean, and the roster a few years ago was a little bit more stacked main event wise than it is now. You know who I miss?
I agree.
You know who I miss? I didn't realize I missed him until I was playing 2K25. Was Kevin Owens.
God, I would love a Kevin Owens right now.
Yeah. You know what though? And it's like, I know he like had the surgeries, recuperating. I would put him at the desk. I would put him on the commentary desk. Just get him out there every week. He's gonna be money on the mic. He always cuts a good promo. Put him at the desk. He could be he would be a great heel color guy.
Yeah.
I can see him all day, every day, defending like Becky Lynch's antics to Michael Cole. You know, it's like, oh, Cole, you just don't get it. She's the man. She's the best in the world. And it's not even just her saying it. Other people are saying it too. Like, he would be great to like to bump up your heels and make them seem powerful. But you know, but if he doesn't have to be on the road and he's recuperating, then that's probably the best thing for him. I just miss him. I just miss Kevin Owens.
I wonder where if we're ever going to see him again, because I mean I don't even think he's gotten the neck surgery yet.
I miss his KO Mania shirts that he would always have for WrestleMania every year, where it would just be an old WrestleMania logo that he's just poorly photoshopped like himself onto.
Yeah, so funny.
Yeah.
God, I miss him so bad. I would love for Jericho to return, and then on that night, it's like when Jericho debuted against The Rock. I would love for Owens to just interrupt him. That would just be. I would love to see it.
Do the Y2J countdown, and then just before it gets to 1, have the J flip to a K, and then just do the regular entrance, but it's Kevin Owens.
That's right.
I'm like, hey everybody, Y2K showed up 26 years too late, and it's me. I'm Y2K.
That's right.
I'm going to reset all of your computers back to 0.
That's right. Like it should have been done in the first place. Like
it should have been done the first time around. Bret Hart's the greatest of all time.
Gosh, that would turn my TV off. So, all right, let's get to our topic here tonight.
Speaking of the year 2000, good segue.
Exactly.
Now we're back. See, we were Y2K, the 2000, right. And we segued back in.
That's
See,
right.
Chris, I'm great at what I do.
That's why you're here. Here we are here tonight to discuss Backlash from the year 2000. If you guys want to go back into our archives,
it's not just me saying it; other people are saying it too. Sports Illustrated has been saying it about me.
Oh yeah, so Sports Illustrated, who is a historically known massive wrestling publication, if they're telling you that you're the greatest, then you've got to be. We covered, our last show was the first of our series covering Backlash. So that last week was the first ever Backlash of 99. So you can go back. That was our most previous show. So here we are the following year. This is Backlash 2000, baby. We are in the new millennium, and we're still pumping out Attitude Era. This is a terrific card. We're going to get into it. This is, as always, Backlash is the pay-per-view that follows WrestleMania, and it's continuing the story between Triple H and The Rock. Obviously, there's plenty of big names getting involved here. Shane McMahon was the referee of the main event, while Stone Cold Steve Austin, who had been out since November of 99 due to a neck injury that required surgery. That was when he had the famous neck fusion surgery. He's in The Rock's corner here, and Vince McMahon is in Triple H's corner. Stephanie McMahon-Helmsley was with Triple H as the storyline wife. So Hunter had the support of the McMahon family. We didn't know if The Rock could trust Austin, so that was a big storyline going into the show because Austin really just couldn't be at the shows. He couldn't really get that involved. But the company at this time, George, is just so damn hot that Backlash here does 675,000 pay-per-view buys. It was the second most bought pay-per-view, only to WrestleMania, which had 824,000 buys. It's so rare.
That's wild for a Backlash to get.
I know.
Numbers.
And that just tells you how big of a draw one Austin is without even having to wrestle. The Rock and Triple H. Just they are doing everything right in that main event scene in this time period. You know, it's super rare for Backlash to beat shows like the Rumble or like SummerSlam, but it did in 2000. And the big reason is because The Rock got screwed by Vince at Mania. Obviously, the proposed possible return of Steve Austin after being on the shelf for about 6 months at this point. It's just crazy, man. But here we are. There at the MCI Center in Washington, D.C. on April 30th, 2000. Go ahead.
But I'll tell you another big factor for Backlash is if you remember, because I remember, because it was a moment that they would have in the SmackDown openings for the longest time. The SmackDown before Backlash, Austin was on that SmackDown because he was hunting down the members of DX. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was making life hard for them, and then they couldn't find him, but he was outside and he blew up the DX Express. That image of DX Express exploding was on the SmackDown opening for the longest time.
Yeah. Yep.
Like that's like you got that 3 days before the pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
That's just good TV, pal.
It is. It is.
But it helps drive the numbers. It's like, hey, Austin's here on SmackDown. So because we're showing you him here, you know he's showing up at the pay-per-view. So make sure you get your parents' permission before you dial your local cable company and order Backlash 2000 for $39.99 or $29.99.
At that time, it would have been $29.99
for $29.99. Your local cable provider.
That's right.
Just like how when I get my French fry pizza, I go to my grocer's freezer, which is a term I'm bringing back because I miss it.
Oh, it's so good. Bring it all back.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. The world is a horrible fucking place right now, and us millennials, we live in a world of nostalgia, and we get a lot of shit for it. Hey, don't be mad that our shit was good and it's tracked well over time, and everything you have to go back to sucks.
And don't be mad that we want to find joy in some things.
Yes. Pardon me, I'm going back to the time when boy bands ruled the airwaves and Lilith Fair was a thing. I'll have you know. So y'all, you can all shut your mouths. I'm living in my own personal glory here. Enjoy having nostalgia for 2011.
Yeah,
we all miss Gangnam Style.
All of us.
None of us.
So, all right. So here we go. The opening video basically summarizes what we were just talking about above. Pyro goes off to start the show. A massive crowd on hand. I mean, this was an era where every show, house show, Raw, SmackDown, pay-per-view, everything was sold out for the WWF. JR and the King welcome us to the show as always. At this time, the King was in full heel mode. He's one of the best, heel announcers ever. Obviously, right there with Bobby Heenan. Ross is probably the best play-by-play guy ever. In 2000, man, we were basically eating, the freshest surf and turf every single Monday Night Raw and pay-per-view. With the content that we had, the announcers that we had. We were just eating so good back in the day.
We didn't even know it. We
didn't.
That's the thing. We didn't know it. I guarantee we sat there like, oh, fucking Edge and Christian again. Like, we didn't know how good we had it.
So let's get to the opening match here. Road Dogg, of course, does his pre-match promo, hyping up the crowd. He was in DX mode, obviously teaming with X-Pac. I'm going to talk about this in a second, obviously. This is for the WWF Tag Team Championship match. Edge and Christian versus Road Dogg and X-Pac. This match goes about 9.5 minutes. The finish gets a massive pop from the crowd when the winners, Edge and Christian, get the win. Look, before I get to my outlook, and my opinion on this match, George, I remember texting you. Did I text you? Or did I call you after watching this? I called and I said, man, there was absolutely no reason at this time to have DX even on TV.
Oh no, we texted. We
texted.
We texted about this one. I remember because I had told you that like once Billy Gunn was gone,
there
was no need
No.
to keep like DX going as a tag team with X-Pac and Road Dogg.
Yeah. And it was just clear to me, one, the crowd didn't want them either. I mean, the crowd was obviously hyped because they got to sing along with Road Dogg. But once that ended, I mean, they almost had go away heat. I mean, X-Pac always has go away heat, especially with me too.
So disrespectful.
But Road Dogg, I thought to myself, dude, you're like a lifeboat, like without a paddle out there when Billy Gunn's not there, because it's like once that part of the gimmick is no longer there, Road Dogg is just a dude, and like he's proven that anytime he didn't have Billy Gunn.
I mean, Road Dogg was just a mouth.
That's all he was.
On the mic. His in ring, he ain't blowing the doors off of anybody. It's like, dude, you got the Armstrong last name, but you're not nearly as good as what your dad was.
Yeah.
Or even your older brothers. Because Brad Armstrong could fucking go.
Mm-hmm.
And so could Scott before he retired. So like,
right.
It's like, dude, you're not even as good as it's like you're the Smith Hart of the
oh my god
of the fucking Armstrong family.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just, and DX nothing felt special about them because we knew they were just fodder for whoever was going after Triple H.
Yeah,
you didn't take them seriously. You couldn't take them as a real threat because they looked like shit when they were in the ring together. Because X-Pac and Road Dogg had zero chemistry as a tag team.
Oh, yeah,
like,
zero.
But it also shows that like how Billy was the workhorse of the New Age Outlaws. I mean, we always knew it anyway, but now you kind of realize, all right, Road Dogg is just here to talk to you, getting down to the ring. Billy's doing all the heavy lifting in the match.
Yeah.
And that's saying something for a guy who has asthma. And by the way, still actively wrestling and looks way better than anybody else in his company at this point.
Yeah, well, Billy has also really good Mexican doctors.
I mean, Billy, you shut your mouth, you slut.
Hey, look, what I am not criticizing. I think you
sully the good goddamn name of badass Billy Gunn. He's an ass man, all right?
He is the ass man. And I think, look, hey, kudos to Billy. That dude is 62 years old. And he's still out there. He looks great. I'm really happy for him. While his former tag team partner is ruining creative.
He's been able to avoid like really serious injury. I mean, like the injury that he has here in 2000 with the shoulder. I mean, that's like the freakest of just freak injuries because Billy never really had them.
Right.
So I mean, that was kind of a stupid way for him to get injured anyway. I mean, it was a good spot. It looked good at the time, but you're trying to do a famouser through a table.
Yeah.
But you're jumping all the way up to hit it. And it was a dumb spot. But it's just DX had no threat presence.
None. Not at all.
Like,
great point, actually.
Road Dogg and X-Pac might as well have just been Briscoe and Patterson, but 30 years younger.
Oh, man. And less entertaining.
Am I fucking wrong or am I fucking wrong?
No.
Like, they might as well have been the Stooges to Triple H as Briscoe and Patterson were to Vince.
Yeah, I mean, that would have probably fit, X-Pac a lot better.
I told you, I said, what would have been cool, or what they could have done, you want to switch things up, fine, like break DX up, like after, like 99, whatever, like, hey, you guys can't pull your weight anymore. I need more, like, go away. And then from there, I don't know, send them both down to OVW to be repackaged and just to help out some of the, especially that crowd that's in OVW right now. Work with them and you'll just improve because you're working with Cena and Batista and Randy Orton and fucking Brock Lesnar and Shelton Benjamin. You're working with people who are going to make you guys look like shit in a couple of years. So maybe we'll learn a couple lessons, but put Edge and Christian in with that group.
Yeah.
They're about to turn heel anyway. I mean, we got the shades of it a little bit here in the match. It's just they were more over than DX was.
Yeah.
But Christian still used the ring bell to win the match.
Mm-hmm.
Face teams don't use weapons to win matches.
That's right. I mean, I was going to get to that part, obviously, after this discussion. That I thought it was actually a really good opening match. It was very action packed. It was definitely two teams that, for the most part, the crowd was interested in, whether it was cheering or booing. At this time, Edge and Christian needed wins like this to establish them as quality champions for when, they went on to face good teams in the company at the time. I thought the crowd was into this the whole time. It shows, how hot the crowds were in 2000. And then, we've talked about this so many times before. At this time in the industry, the business was so strong that mid-card acts were getting sometimes bigger pops than the main event. I mean, there's been shows, George, and I know you've seen where Too Cool were getting the biggest pops on the show.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, shit, at one point they threw the tag titles on them.
Yeah. For sure.
Minute. So it's, because, hey, you go with the hot hand.
Yeah.
But like I was telling you, like I put Edge and Christian with that group with, with Triple H, not to be fodder, but these guys will get elevated.
Mm-hmm.
Like we had already seen what Road Dogg and X-Pac are bringing to the table. Like Edge and Christian just won these tag titles the prior month at WrestleMania. First time they've ever held the tag titles. Hardys have already held them. Dudley's had already held them. Yeah. So it's actually, no, I don't think the Dudleys held them yet.
I don't think they did at this time yet.
Maybe not. Yeah. Maybe not yet.
Yeah.
But they had already held them in ECW. They were already established. They had already been established tag teams. So
right.
I'm still right, but I'm not right. Yeah, I'm right. I just don't realize I am.
Yeah.
Put it that way. But it gives them the rub of being with Vince and with being Triple H. Maybe gets them a little bit more aggressive. Plus, when you think about what that does to Edge's singles run, he's going to go on next year.
That's right. Yeah.
He's going to win the King of the Ring in 2001.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's going to be a bit of a standout for the WWF side of the invasion, with the singles match. Like, think about what that does for him.
Yeah.
And maybe Christian gets to be a little bigger too. With him, I mean, I thought Captain Charisma was great. I thought that was a hell of a fucking gimmick.
Yeah.
Especially when he came out and he had the peep show. I love that shit. Oh man, but they both could have been elevated. Probably would have got to that main event scene maybe a little bit earlier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A couple things happened here at the end. We see that X-Pac was busted open the hard way. Yeah. Also, I've read, doing some research, that this match actually ended a few minutes early because X-Pac had asthma issues. So apparently the what you needed to get into DX was asthma. So it's because, Billy Gunn had it, X-Pac had it. Road Dogg just couldn't work, so that didn't really matter, but he could talk. So yeah, you get asthma.
Triple H might have had asthma the way he said at the end of every word, like he was struggling to get it out. So.
He was taking those deep breaths. Oh, dude, did I send you that on Instagram of everyone saying Backlash? That Triple H was so serious. I think it was for Backlash 2003, right?
Yeah, I think so.
It was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh man!
After he says it, Kevin Dunn was like, "What was that?" And Triple H like, "It's a new era of Backlash." Dude, it keeps coming up when I'm playing My Rise, and I'm dying.
Oh.
Everybody keeps saying it's a new era. I don't know what to. I don't know.
Dude, you're not going to get away from it.
Oh my god! It's like when Dean brought up the one day, and he's like, he always just says it. Now it's like it's so true because it's all I'm listening for, and it keeps happening.
That's it. The Rock is shown here arriving in a limo without a shirt on because that's how we travel in 2000.
You have no idea how Dwayne travels.
That's right. I don't know Dwayne's travel routines.
You don't know.
Next up is the WWE WWF Light Heavyweight Championship match. Dean Malenko versus Scotty 2 Hotty. Look, I think these two guys are really good workers, with one of them being one of the best workers I've ever seen in Dean Malenko. I thought Scott Taylor was a very, very underrated worker. But I will say this, boy, did Dean Malenko just feel out of place.
Yeah, but who knew Scott Taylor had that in him?
Bro, man, I remember listening. You know who did see that in him was Bruce Pritchard, because I was listening to an old Something to Wrestle With a couple weeks ago, and I forget what show it was. I'll have to go back, but they were Conrad was talking about the debut of Scott Taylor at the time, and Bruce was like, you know what? He goes, I got to tell a story about Scott Taylor, who Scotty Too Hottie, and he went down to wherever he was training at the time, and it was Dr. Tom Pritchard, Bruce, and Gerald Briscoe were walking into wherever Scott Taylor was training. And Bruce said, I swear to God, he goes, when we saw him working in the territory that he was training, it was like a smaller Shawn Michaels. He's like, that's how good of a worker Scott Taylor is. And I'm thinking to myself, you never had a chance to really see that in the WWF, which is fine because Scotty probably made a hell of a lot of money when the Too Cool gimmick than he would have done as Lenny Lane walking down to do enhancement matches, right? So
Lenny Lane and Lodi.
So
what a team.
But this is the match. When I'm watching, I'm thinking, dude, man, Scott Taylor can go. And I really enjoyed this match a lot.
It's so wild because we really only knew him just like for the worm. Like,
yeah.
That was it. And just, like Too Cool's a jokey kind of bullshit, team. Like they're not anything.
Yeah.
But then here comes, we know Dean Malenko can have a great match with anybody.
Yeah.
But I'm not giving Dean all the credit on that. Like
no.
Scotty had to at least be more than just competent.
Yeah.
To even do half of that shit with him.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna say this out loud, 10 toes in the sand. This is a 5-star match.
I'm really happy you said that because my next sentence was these dudes were given 13 minutes, George, and I'm going to say that I think this is a 5-star match.
Yeah. Scott Taylor has a 5-star match in my book.
No doubt in my mind. I mean, fuck, according to Dave Meltzer, Kurt Angle doesn't have one, but in my mind, Scott Taylor has one, and it's on this night. And I look at it like I wish we would have seen more of Scotty Too Hottie in these really good singles matches.
Problem is he's
so over and too cool.
Yeah, like once shit, he was just saddled too long.
Yeah.
With fucking Brian Lawler.
Yeah, I know.
Living proof that talent does skip a generation.
Yes.
Well, not living proof anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
Sorry.
That's right.
All the disrespect. But it's just, and then even after he was gone, it was just him and Rikishi. And then it was him and Albert. So he was just always on, but I feel like he never got the just due to be a really good singles like mid-card guy.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I give him a U.S. title run.
Yeah.
Like a stint with the IC title. Like, why the fuck not?
Yeah. Agree. So yeah, this match got 13 minutes. Dean Malenko gets the win by pinfall. This is a 5-star match. I think it's the greatest light heavyweight match WWF ever had. It was just the psychology was perfect. The speed was perfect. Malenko at one point, was working the knee. Scotty doing a great job selling it, making a really great comeback. I thought the finish really made it stand out too. Malenko in this era, probably this is right around the peak, maybe the end of the Malenko era of him wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the best technical wrestlers in the world. Obviously when he was in WCW, he had outstanding matches weekly. Obviously for Scott Taylor, he never really thrived as a singles wrestler, but he never really had that opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
But he had it here tonight. And boy, it's a match that I'm going to remember I'm going to go back and watch it again, George.
I mean, it's like just given the opportunity, like Scott Giuliani probably could have tore the house down with Ray, with Chavo, with Eddie, Hoover too when he was there for like that minute, like Tajiri, like we could have actually had, like, he could have been a legitimate star in the cruiserweight division when they brought that back in 2002.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, because I'm looking up things for WWE. So this just came out. So ticket sales for WrestleMania 42 are reportedly worse this week than last week. Despite the discounted tickets over the past weekend, there appeared to be zero movement at the lower ticket prices. The show is down 17,252 in total sales plus comps, or they are about 20% behind the pace of last year. Why? Look, did you watch the video I sent that Bischoff and Conrad did about explaining why it was an awful decision to go back to Vegas and how it's completely biting WWE in the ass? And I'm just gonna say, love to see it, because this is the kind of shit that's gonna, in some ways, force their hand. Because if you're gonna struggle for 2 WrestleManias in a row, you've got a problem.
Well, that's how it's like they're not booking the same way
Yeah.
that Vince did. Like I told you, we had a phone conversation about this week, where we would always complain in the past about how the Royal Rumble was so predictable. Like we know who's going to win the Royal Rumble. Like looking back on it from a behind the scenes point of view, it makes perfect sense to show who's going to win the Rumble, because that's the guy that you need to sell WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It's that's the name that you need to get people to buy those tickets beforehand for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Right now, you have one match across 2 nights of shows that's a guaranteed lock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's not enough and like one match is not, and the name of WrestleMania isn't going to bring all the, is it going to get you the numbers that you're looking for? You need to start planting the seeds, and they need to be obvious seeds for what's coming.
It's clear that WrestleMania, the brand, is not going to just sell anymore.
No. They just showed here on this stupid fucking show. Like Jade came out and did a promo. I don't know what she said. TV's on mute. Don't care. But as she's walking back, like Charlotte's coming out for her match, and they had like a face off. So we might get Charlotte and Jade at WrestleMania. Good. Plant the fucking seeds. This is what I want. I want to know well before WrestleMania what my event is going to be, because then what I'm going to be looking at is the story unfold as we get to the event.
Yep.
Like shit like that. Is somebody going to attack somebody and get the upper hand? Is somebody going to get injured? Is somebody else going to get added to this match? Like stuff like that. Get me invested. You're not investing me.
No.
I'm telling you folks right here. I got SmackDown on the TV right next to me, and I'm half paying attention to it. I mean, yes, I'm doing a YouTube show. I should be paying all of my attention to you. But I'm trying to do 2 things at once. But there's nothing remotely interesting about what's going on right now. A triple threat match. Charlotte, Kiana James, and I think Nia Jax to see who gets Elimination Chamber. You just tease Charlotte. I know Charlotte's going to win the match.
Yep.
You just tease Charlotte and Jade. Now I know who's going to win the match.
Yep.
But in an instance like that, then don't have the fucking qualifying match. Do something else.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say this, but if you're a wrestling fan, you should be rooting for this downfall, because TKO and WWE needs this kind of humbling, especially now that they're lowering prices and people still aren't buying. And this is
break your back, make you humble.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they do.
Cheeky baby told us.
Yeah, it's really, and it sucks too, because it's also clear, even though, I mean, I'm going to enjoy the build up and the match is going to be what it is. It's also clear, George, that CM Punk and Roman are not moving any needles.
No, because we need more from them.
Yeah.
You gave us one promo, and that was the day after, or the 2 days after the Royal Rumble, because you and I were there for that live.
Yep.
I need more. Give me more stakes.
Yeah.
Give me more
Yeah.
stakes. Use social media to your advantage.
Yeah.
Have Roman cut a promo on Instagram. Have Punk respond to it on Raw, or vice versa.
Yep.
Use this shit to your advantage. Get people
Yep.
in. I need more personal stakes involved aside from just the title.
Yeah.
Maybe the Usos try to take Punk out. Soften him up for the tribal chief.
I think it's a couple things, man. Look, the WWE clearly traded the red hot momentum that they had for maximum profits, and it's finally coming back and biting them in the ass. And then and now this kind of goes, against the fun that we have at Cody Rhodes. But Cody took over 2 years of Cody ruining the main event. Now Roman is getting the headlines, and we're a 20% drop in WrestleMania interest. So, look, I think this is just proof that WWE the fans want something new, and they're willing to put up with some hard times if it's something new. But it's the same old, same old. But look, you could bring The Rock back right now, and I don't think sales would change.
Because here's another thing. Past couple WrestleManias, we knew what the story was going to be kind of going in.
Yeah.
There was no real build to Roman and CM Punk.
Yep. It's crazy when you look at
there were like little snippets, but nothing set in stone until the Rumble.
Yeah.
And that was like the catalyst. It's like you didn't plant anything.
Yeah. The downfall of this company to me showed its true colors and waved the white flag for me for probably the duration of the John Cena retirement tour.
Yeah.
That was, the only thing I can remember is the AJ Styles match. I don't even want to think about his last match. That you had a fucking year to do something, anything. You had everything at your at your disposal to do things for John Cena. And literally, I can't even think of a more ways that they shit the bed. I can't even. It's stunning to me.
I still want to know what the reason was for The Rock not being around. Because
that's why.
We know Dwayne. Dwayne loves the spotlight.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that negative. If anybody deserves a spotlight, it's him. He is one of the biggest stars in the fucking world. Like, bar none, hands down.
Yeah.
I get it. But even they would know Dwayne's gonna move the needle.
Yeah.
Dwayne's gonna sell tickets.
Yeah.
Why are you not doing what you can to make sure he stays around? Or why are you forcing him away?
Right.
And you're going to make someone like John Cena carry this gimmick, this monumental term. You're going to make him carry this in his final year.
Yeah.
And then hearing him talk about it now, like, he doesn't say much positive.
Right.
He goes, "Oh, like The Rock was going to be around, and Travis Scott changed his mind, so I had to think of everything on my own."
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's doing it on the fly. He didn't have time to put thought into it. He's doing it on the fly.
Nope.
How many people can pull off their gimmick on the fly and actually have it roll?
Not many, man. All right. So before I just go off on a tangent on all that, that's for another time. We'll get into actual current stuff soon enough, especially once we get to the Elimination Chamber and then into Mania season. Let's keep going with Backlash 2000. There's a meeting of the heel minds backstage with Vince McMahon, making sure that Gerald Briscoe and Pat Patterson were with them. Triple H, Stephanie, referee Shane McMahon were in the room too. Vince told Briscoe and Patterson, "It's all hands on deck for tonight." Obviously, the idea was that they're all working together to prevent The Rock from leaving with the WWF title. Next match is a 5-star clinic anywhere around the world. Bull Buchanan and Big Boss Man versus the Acolytes. Somehow Bull Buchanan and Big Boss Man get the win in 7.5 minutes. George, how did you enjoy this one?
Yo, and I even told you this. Boss Man and Bull Buchanan, zero aura.
That was a great text.
Zero aura. Just they come
Yeah.
out, just nothing. Boss Man's got the nightstick. He's like banging on the ring steps. It's like, what are you like trying to get the attention of a fucking dog on the other
That's
side
right.
of the room? Hey, get over here. I got treats. Like, what? Like, come on. A better idea for them if they're both going to be doing like the stupid SWAT thing gimmick. Make them Vince's bodyguards.
Yep.
That's all they need. That's all you
That's
need.
all.
That's all you need. Because Briscoe and Patterson were just like their bones were like half dust. Just have Bossman and Bobby Cannon. Why not? Why the fuck not? It would work. You know, shows Vince has a little bit of muscle around, you know, but whatever. We just make a tag team for some fucking reason and then give them a win over. Now, talk about your difference of auras. Yeah, Boss and Bobby Cannon with none, and Farouk and Bradshaw who have well more than none.
Very much so. Yeah.
Plus, we're at APA Farouk and Bradshaw at this point. That's the door set up in the backstage area with the no walls that you got to knock on. That's aura.
That is. Still can't believe
it's like Boomer
the
aura,
accolades.
but it's aura.
That's right. I just can't believe the Acolytes lost this match, but here we are.
Trust me, I think Bradshaw is going to be just fine.
Yeah, I think he's going to cash some good checks here on out.
Damn.
So, like I said, it was just a poor match. It probably went on about 3 minutes longer than it should have been. Obviously, really good cheap finish for the heels cheating behind the ref's back. I think the crowd could have cared less. The tag division, dude, in this era was just so deep. So, you know, this was WWE's way of trying to put over Bull and the Big Boss Man. But like you said, man, it just wasn't there. It just wasn't something that I really cared about.
They couldn't talk. They barely wrestled.
Yeah.
I mean, Ray Traylor is at like the end of his career. And Bo Buchanan wasn't exactly lighting the world on fire when he was in the Truth Commission.
Yep. All right, let's keep moving here. The Hardy Boys are shown talking in the locker room about the upcoming hardcore title match. They had an understanding about how they're going to compete for the title in this match. Crash Holly, the hardcore champions, talking to his cousin Hardcore Holly. Crash wanted to work together as a team. Hardcore said he'll go after his cousin, and he slapped him.
And you know he didn't pull that.
No, that wasn't a working slap. The announcers talk about Steve Austin not being there yet. The whole show has been JR saying Austin is due to arrive at any time.
The rattlesnake will never let you down.
That's right. Except if you book him against Brock Lesnar.
It's the two sides of the coin of JR and the King. It's Jerry the King Lawler saying, you can never trust a rattlesnake, and then JR saying the rattlesnake will never let you down. So which is it?
Which is it? Oh, that's so good. All right. So next match here, WWF Hardcore Championship. Crash Holly versus Taz versus Matt and Jeff Hardy versus Hardcore Holly and Perry Saturn. This match goes just a little over 12 minutes. Crash Holly gets the win here somehow, but dude, it was pretty boring for the first 10 minutes, actually. And then that finish was strong.
It was like standard, and then all of a sudden they went up the ramp, and Jeff started and Crash started climbing up the set. I'm like, yeah. But then they're using a set, and part of me is just because I forgot that they did that. I'm like, oh, somebody's gonna get hurt if that breaks. Knowing full well this was 26 years ago, it didn't break and nobody got hurt.
Right.
I'm still oh man, someone's gonna get hurt if that falls. I'm clutching my pearls and falling on the fainting couch.
That's right.
But oh man, I miss hardcore matches like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand they're all spot fest. I get it. It makes sense to me. But it felt like every piece was a part of the story.
Yeah.
We're gradually getting to the stop sign finish. And Crash Holly, the Houdini of hardcore, once again sneaking away with a win. What a fun time, the 24/7 hardcore title.
That was a good time. Yeah.
That was a good
Back
time.
then. That was really good.
I mean, they tried that with the 24/7 title, and I mean, yeah, R-Truth came out looking like 1,000 fucking diamond, whatever. I fucked that analogy up, but he looked great.
He looked great.
He looked great because he kept finding a way to like walk off with it. Then he called it the 24/7 365.
That's right.
European I-95 Continental title.
Oh my God. All right, Shane McMahon's interview by Jonathan Coachman backstage. Shane was the referee in the main event, and he's happy that his dad gave him that responsibility. Shane ended it quickly by saying that he has to go focus because the match is coming up soon. There's a video package for Big Show's match versus Kurt Angle. It was the start of the show becoming like that comedic babyface. So, he did invitations for several weeks leading up to this with Angle getting frustrated that Show was letting his talent go to waste. Kurt Angle did one of his normal arrogant pre-match promos. He said that, like George Washington, he cannot tell a lie that he said Big Show was a waste of talent. Angle said people should be ashamed for re-electing Marion Barry. Just look it up. He said some people are liars and cheaters. Look at the precedent. Who's Bill Clinton at the time. He called himself a hero, as he usually does. And then the Real American song plays. And dude, that place went banana. But here comes the showster. His penis out there and all.
Just hanging brain.
Yeah, man. The crowd popped huge. The announcers were just laughing. I mean, you could hear JR and King just laughing behind that microphone.
Oh, they were loving it.
Yeah. By the way, I'm just gonna say, man, Big Show did a great job. He really did a great job.
Because as well as I do, he's been working on that impression since WCW.
No doubt.
Since the later years WCW, he's like, I'm gonna fucking get back at him in like the best way possible.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just no doubt. Not sure if you saw the face-to-face meeting between Jade Cargill and Charlotte, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, so at least we know that Charlotte's going to become a 47-time women's champion.
Why even bother having the qualifying match?
Yeah. Now.
Wait a minute. Charlotte didn't win the match.
She'll find a way. There's Elimination Chamber.
Kiana James won the match.
Oh, interesting. She'll find
Kiana
a way.
James is going to be in the chamber. Good for her. Good for her.
A flair. She'll find a way.
I'm telling you, Big Show was working on that for a long time.
He was.
And he felt good about doing it.
He felt damn good.
Yeah.
This match did end at 2 minutes and 35 seconds. Big Show gets the win by pinfall. This was a comedic match. Obviously, Show became super serious in the end to get the win. It was still hilarious back and forth. Obviously Hogan was in WCW at the time.
This feud was actually pretty fun too.
It was. Did you still think that it was kind of a waste of Kurt Angle, or this was just fun stuff?
Nah, he's gonna cook.
Yeah.
Dude, it's 2000 and you're worried about Kurt Angle in April?
That's a good point.
You're worried about Kurt Angle in April and May. He's about to win the King of the Ring in 2 months, you heathen.
That's right.
He's going to win the world title 4 months after that. My man is fine.
Yeah, he's doing just good.
But I also remember, while we're in this little comedic nonsense with Big Show and Kurt Angle, I remember they were feuding on everything to the point that Kurt Angle was out talking to kids wearing a sandwich board that said like Olympic heroes for abstinence or something like that. And then it cuts to Big Show and he's wearing a hat that has blown up condoms on it. And he's just throwing out condoms. Condoms here, get them while you can. Get it while you can. Free condoms. It was hilarious. Man, that was just fun.
Let's see here. A video package aired hyping up TNA with Trish Stratus versus the Dudley Boys. The story was that Trish taunted Bubba Ray Dudley and his love for putting people through tables.
she did those table tips promos that were fantastic,
Oh.
while also making, of course, sexual innuendo comments. Anyway,
I was a
but
15-year-old boy, Chris. I was weak.
I'm sure you were, but your hand was strong. Anyway, Bubba was unable to put her through tables
I do.
since she kept teasing him, so it was all about hyping that up. Trish is interviewed by Michael Cole here while Tess and Albert look on. She said that in a few moments, Bubba's going to find out how she feels. Bubba was shown watching Trish on TV while Devon gave him a pep talk about how it was time to have their match. Trish was very popular at that time.
She was, yeah.
She was,
Yeah.
Tess and Albert versus the Dudleys. This match goes about a little over 11 minutes. Tess and Albert get the win. Look, Dudleys are great. Dudleys are fine. Tess and Albert, man, were just so sloppy in this
Shut
match.
your fucking slut mouth.
I thought they were terrible, to be honest.
So you're saying so you're saying TNA stands for terrible and awful.
Yeah, in this match, yes.
They should. I actually like them as a tag team. I like the TNA tag team. I'm just shocked that they never actually won the tag titles. That's shocking to me. But
yeah.
And how over were the Dudleys?
That's the thing. I mean, when they got to the point where Trish was going to be powerbombed through the table, dude, the crowd was like just unhinged at that point. Just really good stuff. Getting Trish up on top of Bubba there was a moment. that was a moment in time to see that position, so not too shabby. But I will say this though, I'm going to give credit where credit's due here for Trish. 9 times out of 10, if Bubba was doing that spot to a woman, Bubba took the table shot. Bubba would basically just sit on the table off the middle rope and take the bump to protect the woman. Dude, Trish took this table. Trish took that power bomb like a champ.
She probably wanted. She probably wanted.
She probably was like a Mae Young. Like, no, you better put me through that table. But
Young,
yeah, that was
a tough old bitch.
Yeah, kudos to Trish on this one, man.
You could have shot Mae Young in the head, and then she looked back at you and call you a pussy while taking a swig of whiskey.
She was.
If you're gonna shoot me, lay it in, kid.
That's right. Obviously, we get that huge ovation from the crowd when that power bomb through the table. After the table spot, Trish is helped onto a stretcher with a neck brace on. Which is what they did, basically put over these table spots with Bubba. You could hear Bubba saying, "I got you, you little bitch."
I got you, little bitch.
JR had, said they had fun with that match, but it's, it's an angle. It's not something we'll see again, probably. But, it was crazy that in 2000, it was everybody wanted to see a woman go through a table. It was just
it's funny because not even like 6 months prior, we're all giving shit to Jeff Jarrett because he keeps putting women into figure 4. Meanwhile, Ray Dudley's putting them through fucking tables.
Yeah, off of stages.
Yeah.
Look, I thought it was a terrible match, but the angle was great. So I give Tess and Albert credit for that. They turned that angle, they were, part B to, an A and B scenario there. So great job on the overall angle. As Trish is loaded into an ambulance with Tess and Albert going into the ambulance, a car pulled up. It was Eddie Guerrero and Chyna. Chyna looked so good in 2000. Eddie's informed by referee Jack Doan that he had to go to the ring now to defend his European title.
Because they had just come back from the prom.
Yeah, damn right. The story was that
they were at the prom.
Eddie was at the prom.
That's right, because Eddie had to get his GED.
That's
Eddie
right.
was going to night school, so it was his night school prom. Yes.
Oh, Eddie is one of the best ever, man. European Championship, Eddie Guerrero versus S.A. Rios with Lita. So little did we know that, in this match, man, we were getting Lita, which, for the future, which is awesome. So Eddie wrestles this match in a basically a tux, some parts of a tux.
Like a cummerbund, slacks, and
yes, yep. This match goes a little over 8.5 minutes. Eddie gets the win by pinfall. Dude, in an 8-minute match, dude, they did so much in so little time.
Shit, I mean, Eddie's used to it.
Yeah, Eddie, S.A. Rios too. Kudos to him. He made all that aerial stuff look so easy. But boy, oh boy, post match, Rios nailed a drop kick to Eddie and knocked China down. Lita went in the ring, yanked off China's dress, and holy moly. Lawler is literally like having a pre-heart attack to his actual heart attack.
He is he has sprayed all over poor old Jim Ross.
China, you hadn't seen her look quite like this before, and Eddie is smiling at her. She seemed to be okay with it. This was like a newer side of China with the WWF, wanting her to look more like a physical sex symbol. Not just to let everybody know, China has the highest selling Playboy of anyone. So not Tori
really?
Wilson, not Sable. It was China, man. People wanted to see their what is it, the eighth wonder, ninth wonder of the world.
The ninth wonder of the world. The eighth wonder was Andre. We didn't want to see that.
No, we didn't want to see that.
Andre's not doing Playgirl with Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. So I'm trying to see China.
Like, I'll tell you,
was gone. Like what? A year and a half later?
A year later, like almost 1 year later. She has like her last match is Backlash 2001.
That's right. Yeah.
Wow. But like just watching this, I'm looking at Eddie. I'm like, man, it's so fucking Dominic.
I know.
Like
it is.
Like Dominic really is just hard Eddie. It's so fucking, and like the thing is, like he's like a carbon copy of Eddie, and we're all okay with it.
Yep.
Like nobody cares either way. It's like, man, this is good. Like Dom's got it. I mean, we always say nothing but positive shit about Dom anyway.
I think he's the best in the business.
Like it's and kudos to like every like woman that he's working with, like Rhea and Liv Morgan and like Roxanne Perez and all. Like kudos to all of them because they're just he is like bringing all of them up to his level. I mean, Rhea notwithstanding, but like he's bringing everybody up who's with him.
Yep. All right, let's get to our next one. Triple H and Stephanie are interviewed by Coachman in their locker room. Hunter recited some of his catchphrases, and tonight he's going to prove that he's that damn good. Vince was there too. He said most of us were surprised to see Austin wasn't there yet. Vince said that Austin may have encountered some transportation difficulties.
Oh no, what could that mean?
Oh dear. Maybe he crashed one of his Bentleys into Austin for all I know. The
one he didn't offer to anybody. No, that's not happening yet, is it?
That's not happening yet. Jericho did a pre-match promo. He mentioned how Benoit was mad at him for calling him Mr. Roboto and said politicians are like that too. Then he said he'll beat the hell out of a politician. So here we go with another 5-star match on the show, George. Chris Jericho versus Benoit for the IC title. Benoit gets the win by disqualification. I would have liked to have seen a clean finish here, but at the 15-minute mark, dude, I mean, this was a great match. I thought with a clever ending. I know the DQ finish does probably upset people. It upsets me sometimes on a pay-per-view, but it really did kind of allow them to continue the feud, which they did for the next few months. Dude, 5-star match again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, look who you got in the match.
Yeah.
It was already a 5-star on paper. Or actually, it was already 3 stars on paper before the match happened.
Yeah. Yeah. And then in one of the moves in the match, I see Benoit doing a flying headbutt, smacks his face on the belt. And it was another one of those moments where you just go,
that's the one.
That might have been it.
It's like, that was it. That's the one.
That might have been it. That might have been it.
Speaking of CTE, Obafemi's having a match with Kit Wilson, so someone's going to get it.
Yeah, someone's going to get it.
Ain't Obafemi.
It ain't Obafemi. Post-match, Jericho put the walls of Jericho and referee Tim White. Poor Tim. Other referees came down to the ring to break it up. Jericho's yelling. The crowd's cheering Jericho for this. They replayed the finish as the announcers agreed it was the right call by White. But Jericho just so great in this era. And he's basically brand new with the company still at this point.
Yeah.
But
Both of them are.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, especially Benoit.
Benoit showed up at the end of January.
That's right.
And Jericho back in August. Like he's not even a full year in yet.
Yeah. Good.
These guys quickly became just fan favorites.
Mm-hmm. God, the Radicals. What a great time. The video package aired showing Vince McMahon screwing The Rock at the WWF title at WrestleMania. They showed clips from WWE TV leading to the match with Linda McMahon saying that Steve Austin would be in The Rock's corner. Then on the final SmackDown before Backlash, Austin blew up the DX bus. Awesome stuff. I love this storyline, man. I know that people wanted Rock winning the WWF title from Hunter at WrestleMania since that's the traditional thing for the face to do. But I thought, the build to this match at Backlash was outstanding, George. What says you?
Most of these matches, actually not even just more than one of these matches on this card had a video package built into it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I missed the video package.
I miss those video packages, man. I really do. The Rock is interviewed by Michael Cole. Rock said that he's going to walk out as a WWF champion. It doesn't matter who he has to go through. He'll go through them all, and he's making history now. Cents. That's right. If you smell what The Rock is cooking, a really good, serious promo for Dwayne here. He's not always about the jokes, so when he needed to really do a serious promo, as always, he knocked them out of the park too. That's why I do think he's probably one or two the best promo man in the history of wrestling. They did the intros of referee Shane McMahon, followed by Triple H with Vince and Stephanie, who had the women's title with her. Just huge heel heat as Vince,
women's champion.
Yep, as Vince tries to talk here. He noted the fine print on the program says card subject to change. Vince informed. I wonder if that was a shot at the dirt sheet.
That's a shot right across the bow.
Yeah. Vince informs us that Steve Austin will not be there. Just massive boos. And then you get literally the roof blown off the building when the Rock's entrance hits. The crowd's just on fire for this dude. WWF Championship match, Triple H versus The Rock. Shane McMahon is the special referee. Triple H comes in as the heel champion, that he's had the title since the first Raw of 2000. The Rock obviously coming in as a babyface, last held the title at WrestleMania 15 over 1 year prior. The crowd, as hot as they are for these guys, I mean, it was "We Want Austin" chants from the bell. So we all know what people are here to see. We do, though, and obviously we'll get to some of the crux of the match, but The Rock becomes a brand new WWF champion at just under 20 minutes, the third 5-star match of the night. But the most important thing is, George, the greatest pop in the history of wrestling. I think so. God. Yeah.
The roof came off. There's a hole in the ozone. It's just, it was.
So let's get to that.
It was fucking electric.
Yeah, I'm going to read going into it. So here we go. Back in the ring, Rock brought Hunter into the ring, and Vince attacked Rock from behind. When Rock went after him, Hunter hit a low blow to the Rock. I hated this area. There was like 15 low blows a show. If you hit me once in the balls, how anybody even is alive is shocking. Hunter nailed a pedigree on the Rock. By the way, the Rock took a badass pedigree too. Shane was out, so Vince waited for somebody else. Here comes Pat Patterson and Joe Briscoe in their referee shirts. When Patterson counted, the Rock kicked out at 2. Patterson and Briscoe attacks Rock and kicks and punches. Hunter nailed Rock with some punches. Vince has a chair. He nailed the Rock in the head with it, and Vince fell over because he hit him so hard, brother. He laid that shit in. And then the glass shatters, and the building, like, dude, I want people to go back and watch this because the hard camera is shaking. The building is so loud that the hard cam that you're watching the pay-per-view on shakes. And here comes, JR is literally dying, yelling,
I told you the rattlesnake will never let you down.
Austin walks down to the ring with a chair in hand. He was in a t-shirt, obviously had a bit of a gut because he was probably rehabbing and drinking. The crowd, again, like you can't even hear the announcers. Austin takes a chair to Triple H on the aisle, swings at the head of Patterson, connects on both of them. Dear Lord.
Like the shot on Patterson and the fluid motion of just turning around mid-swing and cracking Briscoe right in the head.
Like poetic, man. I mean, that was just poetry in motion.
Like that was smoother than a fresh jar of Skippy.
In the ring, Austin just smashes Shade with the chair in the head, then a chair to Vince. The crowd was as loud as you'll ever hear. I mean, ever. It's not even close. Hunter's back in the ring. Austin nails him with another chair shot. JR is just yelling, Austin, Austin, Austin. Austin leaves with a thunderous ovation as Linda McMahon walks down the aisle with referee Earl Hebner, who was fired in the storyline a few weeks earlier. When Stephanie got in her mom's face, Linda shoves Stephanie down. The Rock nails Hunter with a spine buster, then the people's elbow. Hebner goes back into the ring and counts the pin. 1, 2, 3.
And the slowest fucking 3 count. It's like, you are fresh.
Yes.
Why is it taking you forever to slap the hand down?
Yep. One of the loudest ovations of all time. The Rock is your new champion. 5 stars, start to finish, story, video build up, everyone's involvement. Austin, the crowd. Was there a lot of interference? Sure, but it all fit the story. It was all part of the psychology of this whole thing. They were able to incorporate, all of the madness into one incredible storyline that led to one of the biggest ovations we'll ever hear of all time. Austin obviously wasn't cleared to bump at this point because he's still 6 months away from coming back. But again, George and I talked about this at the top of the show. They were so smart to incorporate him into the storyline because, we can damn sure promise you all that they were not going to get 675,000 pay-per-view buys if Austin's not advertised. I'm just throwing that out there. Hunter was at his best, man, at this point of his career. The Rock was at his best. They had the kind of chemistry that we all always talk about between like Brett and Shawn, Austin and The Rock. Like that's the kind of chemistry, Undertaker and HBK. That's the kind of chemistry that The Rock and Triple H had in this era, George.
Back-to-back pay-per-views with like big returns. With
Yeah.
Backlash and Judgment Day.
I have no idea what the hell that's like.
Like massive earth-shattering returns.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Just amazing.
and the funny thing, and I'm jumping ahead a bit to Judgment Day with Triple H. Like we had the with the Undertaker, we had the teases for that, so we knew it was going to be Undertaker.
Yeah,
like because it's like who else? But we did not expect the Undertaker that we got.
Yeah,
and I for one do not think that we honor that version of Undertaker enough.
Well, you and I do. I know that. I mean, I've been dying on that hill for 25 years. That Big Evil, the American Badass dude. That's an Undertaker that I love seeing. So yeah, this is obviously, this is one of my favorite main events of all time. 5 stars. After the victory, The Rock celebrates with the WWF title. Austin came back to the ring driving a Stone Cold truck while towing the DX Express into the building. Just great shit, man. Austin goes to the ring. Austin has a beer. He toasts with The Rock. The Rock put it in his mouth and then spit all of it out because I don't think The Rock was a drinker or still really is unless it's his own tequila. That was the end of the show. Obviously, Rock continues his celebration. One of the best, happy endings to a pay-per-view ever. Obviously, The Rock's title reign only lasted 1 whole month, but this was one of the best, moments of Rock's WWF career for sure. If this happened at WrestleMania, then it would be remembered as one of the greatest WrestleManias ever. But since it's Backlash, I'd still like to think it's still remembered as one of the most fun pay-per-views of all time because George, I'm telling you, we're gonna get right to out of a 10. I'm just saying, man, this show for me is right around that 9.5 mark.
That's where I'm at. I'm about 9.5.
I mean, I can't give it a 10 because there's a couple pay-per-views that I only hold in such high regard to give a 10, like WrestleMania 19, SummerSlam 2002. This one, dude, for a fucking Backlash, I'm going to put up there as possibly a top 10, top 12 pay-per-view ever.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't believe it. At the end of this, I said to myself, I'm going to literally tell George that I think this is a top 10 pay-per-view ever because I think it might.
Absolutely.
And you know what? And you know what pushes it over for me? Scott Taylor versus Dean Malenko. To get that match in this. And then that 9.5-minute S.A. Rios and Eddie Guerrero match. Holy shit. Yeah. This match had everything. So yeah, are you at that 9.5 as well?
Yeah, I'm there. I mean, there was a couple just kind of dud matches like the APA and Boss Man Bull Buchanan, the Dudleys and T. I mean, that had a good storyline payoff. Like the DX match was just kind of meh. But I mean, aside from that, this is a very entertaining pay-per-view from beginning to end.
Totally agree.
Banger matches that like. And these are matches that like make you love wrestling because they're so fucking good.
Yeah. Just awesome stuff. Really cool thing here about Johnny Depp. I'm going to tag you in it because Johnny Depp, the really bad guy that people like to paint him as. Not to me. He does no wrong in my mind. So yeah, this is a 9.5 for me. One of my favorite pay-per-views ever. And the cool thing is, next week we get another fantastic Backlash pay-per-view to cover. Next week, yes, the buy rate cuts completely in half. I mean, it goes from 675,000 buys next year to 375,000. But we're live in the Allstate Arena in Chicago in Rosemont, Illinois next week. Some of the highlights of this show, I thought William Regal and Chris Jericho was amazing. A 30-minute ultimate submission match between Benoit and Kurt Angle. Holy cow. Shane McMahon and Big Show in the last man standing match. Matt Hardy, Christian, and Eddie Guerrero in a triple threat. And then the main event, the two-man power trip, Steve Austin and Triple H going up against the Brothers of Destruction. I'm just going to tell you this right now, guys. That was 5 stars too. And I can't wait to talk about that.
And it was that 2001 Kane.
Oh, my favorite. 2001 Kane is yours truly's favorite Kane. So I am so pumped to talk about that whole angle. And that whole show, again, was phenomenal. So we'll get into that. But this, we just covered, ladies and gentlemen. Go back, go to ESPN. I'm sorry, you can get this on Netflix. Go to Netflix if you have Netflix and go watch Backlash 2000. If you don't think this is one of the top 10 best WWF pay-per-views of all time, then you're clearly an AEW fan. So, George, thank you so very much, man. This is the longest show I think we've ever had, so I really had a great time doing it.
We were rolling with it. So.
Yeah, man. So thank you, George. What do you have got going on with the Multiverse Movie Podcast this week?
Well, in the Multiverse Movie Podcast, Chris, where we review the highest of high quality movies. That does not count in February. We reviewed the lowest of the low. So last week we had just did Barbed Wire.
Damn right you did.
Was something to sit through. This week, it's a mystery.
All right. It's a mystery. Okay.
But it ain't a good movie.
I'm sure. Although Barbed Wire, a solid 4 out of 10. So I'm
10 out of 10 in Bahrain.
That's right. So, all right, for George Rogers, I'm Christy Francesco. Thank you guys so very much for checking us out. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, head over to SeatGeek.com right now, and use our code HOTTAG you get $20 off your very first ticket purchase. So thank you guys so much for the constant support there. So again, next week, Backlash 2001, and we'll catch you guys down the road. Have a great rest of your week and weekend, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.